podcast that covers all things paranormal, spooky, and strange. Delving in the fictional and factual, we are your hosts. I'm Brent, and I'm joined by my sibling Cal.
Hello, we're discussing curses today. Is that right, Brent?
Yeah, curses or cursed objects or I guess I don't think we're gonna delve into voodoo. I'm sure we could do our own episode on voodoo. But
That's its own complete thing.
yeah, it's its own whole
That's a
thing,
culture
yeah.
thing, so it's a little
I
different, I
guess
think.
I guess curses are more like a lot of people blame a lot. That's where like curses is sort of feel like a blame thing. Like, oh, I'm blaming this
Mm,
because I'm cursed. I'm you know
mm.
like yeah.
I think also like
How do you?
superstition. Yeah, like superstition. I feel like often plays a lot into it. Like don't put your shoes on the table. Don't open umbrella inside. If you smash a mirror, it's 7 years bad luck.
Yeah,
All that sort of
it's
thing. So it stems from something else, but.
avoiding. Uh, yeah, I guess a lot of avoidance or doing something or. But I have so I have an example of a cursed item that has been
Hmm?
is quite famous. A cursed. When you think of what do you think of when you think of a cursed like item?
I don't know. Well, my favorite book is Dorian Gray, Picture of Dorian
Mm.
Gray. So I guess when it comes to mind, that's probably the first thing. But I guess there's a lot of examples of a cursed object. Sometimes, or like Annabelle or something, or like something almost
Well, that's
possessing something
possessed.
else. Well,
I
that's
don't know if that's
possession.
cursed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know if
right.
that's.
I guess I think a lot of superstition when I think of cursed objects as well, like or just curses in general, I should say.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like it's not possessed like a possessed item. It's more like a bad luck associated with this item, or things are gonna go wrong if this item is cursed. You know.
Yeah.
So like
But
I think of the pirate gold in Pirates of the Caribbean. That was cursed gold.
that's
They took
such
the
a
gold.
good
They got a
example.
curse.
That's such a good example. The gold from fucking
Yeah,
Dead
they
Man's
can't.
Chest, is it?
No, no, the first one. The first one had the cursed gold. I guess there were
Oh, right.
cursed pirates in the. They were cursed to the ship. There's a lot of curses in the Pirates
Well, I
franchise.
guess Dead Man's Chest is also a curse
Yeah, he's
on
stuck.
him.
Davy Jones
He's got his
stuck
heart.
on the
Yeah.
yeah. Although he kind of did that. The curse for him was just like sort of being forced to stay on the seas and never not set foot on land and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The pirate gold in the first one is a cursed object at least,
Yeah.
right?
And the jar of dirt.
The jar of dirt. How is that a cursed object?
It's kind of a
That's a
anti-cursed
good
object,
luck.
I
Yeah,
guess.
it's a lucky object.
Yeah, but
It's a luck.
that's kind of the same realm of things. It's still a cursed or an
Cursed with good
anti-cursed.
luck. Yeah,
Cursed with
sure.
anti-cursed, yeah. An
Anti
omen.
curse.
I don't know what you call that. A good luck charm.
Yeah, a good luck charm. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so what's this cursed object that you want to discuss?
I wanted to discuss. Have you ever heard of the crying boy?
Not. I've only heard of it very briefly. I don't know very much about it.
So the crying boy is this print. It looks like a painting of this little basically a I don't know, a toddler. I don't really know. I don't know how old this child is supposed to be. They look like a toddler to me. They're a very
Mhm.
young child. A very young boy crying. Uh, it's so this 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 print of a painting of a crying child was mass produced and given out to to a lot of homes and stuff, and then this whole curse got associated with it.
Mm,
So what happened was all like houses and stuff would be burnt down, like all these places would be burnt down, and the crying boy painting untouched. It's just sitting there in this burnt down house. There would just be this this print of a this painting of a crying boy. Ain't that isn't that creepy as hell?
yeah, I don't really like the idea of hanging a crying boy picture on my wall anyway.
That's weird, isn't it? That's really
Yeah.
that is strange. Like, why
Yeah, it's a
would you
bit
want
strange.
a picture of a crying boy in your home?
Yeah. I can think of better things to hang on my wall to be completely honest. However, I do have like
Do you
butterflies
think
and
there's a
but I don't know.
spectrum between like where art goes until it gets to like why do you have that on your wall?
I
Like
don't know. I
where does
think
the crying boy fit on that spectrum? Do you think?
I don't know. I probably have weirder things
I've
hung up
got
on my wall to be completely
I have
honest.
prehistoric amphibians like a print of prehistoric amphibians on my wall. You know,
Yeah. To be fair, I
movie
have a crying
posters.
man on my wall.
See, now that's weird as well. Why do you have a crying man on your wall?
I don't know. I saw it on an op shop and I liked it.
Hmm.
That's
So
I
why do
guess
you
that's
think?
probably the same thing. Similar
I
thing.
guess so. Yeah. Why do you like? This is all creepy because like, how did it? It's the only thing that survived all these burnt down locations, and like a whole bunch of other things. Like it kept getting because it's the only thing that survived. Like a lot of the fires are blamed on this crying boy painting.
Hmm.
Like there's been like deaths and stuff because of the fires, and it's all blamed on this crying boy painting. Like again, coming back to like the blame side of curses, like is almost like an excuse or something that like we don't
Yeah.
have the explanation, but the crying boy is there. We're blaming the crying boy. You know,
Yeah,
I guess
there's
that's
a yeah. I don't know. Well, isn't it an oil painting as well?
yeah, but it's a
So what
print
are
of
the
an oil painting. It's not
Oh,
an actual oil painting. It's like it's a print of the oil painting.
oh, that's even
I don't know
weirder.
how. Yeah, I don't know how they do that though. Like this is what 1950s that made this, so I don't know what they would have made this out of.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I'm reading here that there was an investigation into the painting
Oh,
and
I was gonna
they
ask you what how you like how you think this how it
yeah.
survived. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, and it said that it could be that they coated it in fire repellent, like the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So everything else in the house burnt down except this picture.
it's still
Do you
like a
buy that?
fire. I mean, if it's inside the house and everything else is burnt down, a bit of fire repellent on a picture isn't really gonna save it from
That's what I
burning.
was thinking. Like that doesn't really make a whole lot of like fire.
Like
It's hot. I know that's a dumb thing to say, but like fire and that like that the temperatures in there go like crazy, like
it melts
crazy
metal.
hot. Yeah.
Like my
So
suit is fire repellent, but if I caught on fire, I'm still gonna burn. Like, you know?
yeah,
Like
how the heck
firefighters still burn with firefighting suits on if they're exposed
do
to it
you
long
think it's
enough.
because like it's hanging up or something? No, I don't know. This is it's
But
just
like the
very
walls
strange,
burn
isn't it?
down, don't they? Wouldn't the walls burn down?
Yeah, I guess so, but maybe not till like I don't know.
And isn't it that like the heat is goes up, so the stuff that's higher usually burns first.
We're not fire experts here on
Well,
the Harrowing
I'm not a
Tales.
fire expert, but but heat rises, right? So
Yeah,
if it's
that's
on the
true.
wall, wouldn't it be more predisposed to burning?
Well, I'm
I
just
don't know.
thinking if like, well, it has to the fire has to travel across like surfaces and stuff. So I'm just
True,
like,
true.
if it's like if it's hanging and if it falls down, like I know some of the cases like it's fallen down like onto its face, so maybe the back is
Ah,
protecting it more, and like it's just surviving. Like the condition of the it might not be as well. Like I'm not sure. It's uh it's very strange, very strange. So it's gotten all the blame for all of these fires.
yeah. But what it's saying is that it's not just like one painting. It's a copy of
No,
that
no.
painting over
Yeah,
multiple cases where this painting has been in the house, and then soon after displaying it, the house is caught on fire. So in some cases, the painting does burn as well.
mm.
But
Oh, yeah.
it's also that the curse is that if you hang it, then your house is going to burn down. And it's not just that it's one item.
Mm.
So I guess it really is like a curse of the image even more so than the actual item.
Yeah, because yeah, it's not the original. None of it
Yeah.
is the original. It's just the print.
Yeah. It's not like the Annabelle doll or like the James Dean's car called? Um that's like a cursed object, like things like that
James
where it's
Dean's
just the
car.
one. Yeah, have you not heard of that one?
No, no, no. I haven't
Um
heard James Dean's car.
so James Dean, his Porsche, he
Hmm.
was filming, you know how he had that really bad car crash.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how James Dean um died, was in the car crash. But um essentially like it's deemed a cursed item, his Porsche.
Well, because he had a car crash in it.
Yeah. But it's
When so
I don't
any
know.
car that's had a car accident is now a cursed object.
Well, apparently
By that I don't know. That just seems
well no,
that's not really
well
a
I think
cursed
it's
object. There's no
because I think
repetition.
it, the tires blew out before they were placed on another car, and like so like certain things about the car are what caused the
Just weird
crash.
happenings.
Yeah,
Oh,
weird
okay.
happenings with the car. Even though they crashed at the same time, there were issues with the tires and a whole lot of other certain things, weird things that happened. Yeah,
Right.
but I guess yeah, if you're saying that, I guess yeah, it's a bit weird to just say that one car that had a car crash.
I mean, and it's
Um,
just it's what like a supercar or something, right?
it's a Porsche Porsche Spider,
Don't those cars just like have things wrong with them all the time?
probably. Yeah,
I'm getting skeptical about this cursed car now. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm just like
It's not Christine.
what?
Yeah, it's
No, it's not. No. Well, that was that possessional. Like what? That felt like an entity, you know, Christine.
yeah, but I think it's because he was driving it for the film Rebel Without a Cause, and then like a week later he crashed in it.
Hmm.
So I guess it could also be said that people want it to be cursed because they want a reason.
Hmm.
You know, they want to blame
Maybe.
something for his death, but I don't know if
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know how cursed the object is, but
Well,
I don't know.
maybe the same thing
I
is
wouldn't drive it.
happening with the crying boy, where like maybe this is all just insurance claims. They're all
But,
blaming all of the fires on the crying boy.
like, well, you hang the
Who's
crying
getting a
boy, so
payout
we're not
because of
going to
the
insure
crying
you.
boy? Yeah,
It's like, no,
yeah. If you
it's the other way around. It's like if you were hanging the crying boy, we're not insuring you for fire. Like that's in the little disclaimer. That
Yeah,
you
yeah.
weren't
That's a
insured because you, like that was you. You hung
yeah.
that
You
picture,
took
you should know
this
better.
cursed picture into your home. You've now you don't you're not covered by our insurance.
Yeah, they have that in the little fine print, it's like, "If you hanged that picture, that's on you. No insurance for you, buddy." Oh
Goodness.
gosh, that is funny. Uh, but yeah, it is a bit odd.
Of course it's odd. It's weird. It's this is just a weird one. It's a weird one.
Mm, yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot of cursed dolls, I think, as well, and I
I
mean, I
think
know we
because
said,
they're
like, associated with being possessed as well.
mm,
Um, like, I would still say that, Annabelle is still a cursed object.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd still say it's a cursed object. I know that
I
it's
mean, curse and
because it's
possession is
it's
like
it's cursed because it's possessed.
mm,
Like, it's a possessed doll. But if you go to it and you make fun of it, like, that's you get cursed by the doll. So
mm,
yeah. So
yeah.
I would say yes, because people, like, with all the car crashes and stuff after people, making fun of the doll, and then someone, like, people having
It's the
misfortune
doll
after it.
putting curses on other people at the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, apparently, like, someone was making fun of it, and then they crashed their motorbike afterwards, and then someone else almost had a car crash, and then yeah, like, there were a few things
Mm,
where people had accidents after, like, laughing at the doll, or, like, you know being disrespectful, and
mm.
then having an accident afterwards. So essentially getting cursed by the doll. Yeah.
Right. So if the crying boy is the entity within the crying boy um picture, right? Is the crying boy the one who is setting these fires? You think?
Like, waits till you're all asleep, and then he jumps out of the painting and goes, hee 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 hee.
Yeah, he's got
I'm
his
gonna cause
matches.
arson.
Why is the
I love
boy crying?
arson.
What's what is
He's
ha-
crying
mm,
because he can't light fires.
mm.
So he does.
It's just so strange that it is just fires. It's always fires. It is just fires. And
That's true.
I guess if maybe it's just because it was so mass produced that everyone had it and there was all these fires. But it's weird, it's all the same time. It's again another circumstance where it's this craze. We've had in previous episodes where we talk about like fair crazes where everyone is scared, like Roswell, the moving statues of Ireland, they all have this it's a fair craze.
Mm,
November, October 1985, September 1985. These are all like the dates that all of these. December 1985, all dates where fires happened and the crying boy picture is found.
mm.
Mm,
I'm just trying to read some more into it, because apparently, so it says Giovanni Bregolin was the painter, but
hmm.
his true name was Bruno Amaldio, who was a street urchin in Spain. So it's
Right,
Spanish and not Italian.
right. What does that have to do
Stay
with
with me,
anything?
stay with me, stay with me. So there's a story or a rumor that that encompasses the painting, that the crying boy was from a Spanish street urchin called Dom Bonillo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, whose parents died in a fire, No one wanted to take him in because wherever he stays, the fires would start in their homes.
Oh,
So
so that's why.
the artist painted the boy, and then a year later, a fire destroyed the artist's studio.
Right. But
And then
that's not.
yeah,
That's just like like a legend
there's
associated
no
with it.
there's no evidence to any
Mm,
truth of the story, but that is the rumor that is associated with the painting, that
right. So the
the pair
possible origins of the crying boy and
yeah
why
is
it
that
could be
yeah
cursed.
is that the boy's parents died in a fire and he survived, and no one would adopt him, essentially, because everywhere he went
Right.
they would get fires would start. And then the
Mm.
artist also got burnt to death in his car, apparently. But I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying, like, that's one of the stories.
It just could be some, yeah,
Yeah.
just some made up stuff to go around with it. But it might be true. Who knows? We don't know. That's
Okay.
the that's the podcast. We don't know.
So it's a we we don't know.
And
Do
this has
you have a
been.
cursed object?
Yeah, do you have a cursed object? Or maybe you've got a lucky charm object. I'm sure we could go into some lucky charms.
Yeah.
But, do you have a lucky charm, Carl?
Um, I don't. I gotta think about that. Do you?
I think I don't know. I used to carry a little plastic pirate coin around in my wallet, but I think that was just so like I could be jokingly like pull it out when I need to like give someone $1. I'd be like, here you go. Here's
I
this pirate coin.
I think I've got objects I associate with familiarity, which I
Mm,
feel makes my day more comfortable. Like if I don't bring a certain thing, then I'm like, oh no, I feel like
right.
I've left something behind, even though I might not need it.
Well, do you have anything that you think might be cursed yourself?
Cursed. I think if I had a
Yeah.
cursed object, I would have thrown it away. I wouldn't keep it. I don't think I've got anything that's
Well, what
cursed.
if it comes back? Woo!
Yeah, what if I chuck it out, like,
Yeah.
and it just comes back?
Yeah.
Oh, I have this broken hair tie that I've been trying to get rid of for like 3 years, and somehow it just keeps turning up. And it might be that there's multiple broken hair ties, but I don't tie my hair up anymore because my hair's too short. And I keep just getting like this broken hair tie, like on the floor in my room. Sometimes it ends up in the bathroom, and there's just like I'm haunted by a broken hair tie. That's
That's
my cursed object.
that's
And I keep chucking it out, and then another one turns up, and I'm not sure if it's the same one or not.
that's the lamest cursed object I've ever heard.
Hey, you asked.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Anyways, thank you so
Oh.
much for listening to our a shorter episode and a little bit more silly, but
Mhm.
also this is kind of the format we're going with.
Have a lovely day. Don't
Have a
get
lovely,
cursed.
yeah. Don't get cursed. Have
Yeah,
yourself a
good luck.
nice, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.